Cyclone is the definite most powerful element in the game. In fact, it's so overpowered, it's pretty much considered broken if used in conjunction with many weapon charges, especially ones with multi-elemental hits. It carries the same traits as Slash and Thunder, where it can shut off an enemy's health in accordance to the maximum health. It also has a very valuable guard break once activated, because as you know, officers are total turtles in this game. But perhaps the best of the bunch is that the damage dealt is always 100% static, unlike the sheer randomness of Slash and Thunder. If used with various weapon charges, it can one-hit KO officers regardless of stage or difficulty. Even a Chaos Lubu doesn't stand a chance. There are many reasons why one would want to avoid Cyclone nevertheless. One is that it simply makes the game too easy, and second is that stylish prolonged combos aren't possible, as officers tend to die within a few charges. Slash isn't as terrific in this game as in earlier series. It's been nerfed down and toned down quite a bit. It still has its signature one-hit KO ability if used on anything besides officers, and still has the ability to shut off an enemy's health in accordance to the maximum health, but the randomness has been ramped up. Both of these abilities activate randomly. In other words, you can't one-hit KO peons and other minions 100% of the time, and damage scaling based upon enemy health only works half of the time. This in turn makes Slash greatly inferior to Cyclone. However, it is still the second best element in the game. It's also very balanced gameplay-wise, so you won't find using it to be too cheap or struggle with it on higher difficulties. Velocity quickens your attack speed. It is evident on all attacks except for a few such as Muso and Switch attack. Having a high attack speed means dishing out more damage faster. That's already a great reason for having it equipped. But it goes even beyond that. As with Velocity, you can make unique uses of weapons that isn't normally possible. For example, having high to max velocity makes being able to combo with the Trident a possibility rather than a futile attempt. Thunder has very similar traits to Slash, just without the one-hit KO factor. It also carries a random stun feature, allowing it to be quite useful in large crowds and certain combo setups. Regardless, I still find Slash to be a bit better of the two, as the damage dealt seems to be less random and more effective on Slash, and Thunder lacks the one-hit KO ability. If you plan on tackling harder difficulties such as Chaos, Jubilation could make the difference between life and death. It recovers a good amount of health every time you defeat an enemy. It's most effective on Musos as the amount of recovery is the largest. That is because you're killing many enemies at once. Just don't expect the same life leeching as Dynasty Warrior 7 Extreme Legends, where you can go through an entire battle and be at 100% health 99% of the time. Thorns is a highly useful element to have to avoid eating combo damage from enemies. With it equipped, whenever an enemy attempts to attack you, they'll get staggered and interrupted, allowing you to return fire or swiftly escape. One of the best survival elements to have. Flurry increases your damage after consecutive attacks. This is great if you're good at building and keeping a steady high chain. This is also perfect for obtaining higher damages with Musos that are multi-hitting, including Rage Muso, since the chains on these are sometimes ridiculous. I pair these two elements together as they behave quite the same. Both give you an explosion or lightning after effect after every one of your attacks. The damage dealt is not significant, even at level 10. Where it shines is its ability to break an officer's affinity shield very fast, to let you storm rush. You can even equip both of these at once, so if you want to put on a flashy disco show on the battlefield, you can do so. A word of heed though, it can cause your attacks to fail launching the enemy, so it's not to be used for juggling. I pair these two elements together again as they are very similar in nature and should really be always used together. Roar recovers a portion of your Muso gauge after each enemy defeat, and Triumph recovers your Rage gauge. Muso and Rage Muso are two of the most powerful attacks in the game, so being able to execute them as many times as you can per battle is great. I put Fear on this list because I personally find it very useful. With Fear, every attack you do to the enemy can cause them to be scared of you. Peons and other minions would just sit or stand idle, shuddering, not ever attacking you. Officers affected would stop attacking or chasing you completely and just slowly walk backwards. Why is this so useful? One thing, enemy stagger. Put fear into the enemy's eyes, and you'll have less fear of them attempting to stagger and interrupt you while you're trying to attack. A good combination of both offense and defense. Very fast officer and enemy killing, while providing good survival and defensive abilities with health recovery and safeguards from enemy combos. A more balanced combination. You won't feel overpowered, yet you won't feel underpowered either. Excellent if you want to inject more challenge and fun into the game, and also perfect for stylish gameplay with prolonged combos. A combination if you want to go full offensive and do not care with matters such as defense and the ability to effectively combo well. There are a ton of other great setups, but I don't have the time to go through every one of them in this video. The fact of the matter is, you should experiment. Mix and match elements according to your playstyle. That is the only way you'll be able to obtain a perfect weapon tailored to your needs.